What's up, you guys? I am so happy to be back. I was going through the process of moving. Oh my gosh, I'm talking with my hands a lot. I just got my nails done, so I might do that. I might. They're so pretty. Like, can you see that? Oh, yes. Okay. Well, anyway, I haven't done a video in a little while. And I don't like that it's been a little while. I just wanted to get in front of the camera. I recently moved, so all my stuff was still put away and I couldn't be bothered to take it out. So yeah, and I finally did, and I'm like, you know what, I just want to get in front of the camera and I just want to do it. Just let's do it. So yeah, I did this look. I don't even know what I'm going to call it yet, but I really like the way it turned out. I put some faux freckles. You know, it's a very cool toned look. So if you want to see how I did this and how I got this look, then go ahead and keep watching. So let's get started. I'm gonna take my little sponge. Also, I've been doing my eyebrows after my foundation because they're starting to grow in the way that I like, and so I'm finding myself not having to clean them up so much anymore, so I kind of just do it after. But I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm gonna spray. This is the Mario Badescu spray, the skincare one, and this one's the cucumber, aloe, and green tea one. It's my favorite. It smells so good. But I'm gonna take that on my sponge, and this is how I've been priming my face lately. It also helps because you use a lot less product this way, as if I was just gonna go spraying my face. I'm gonna go straight in with, I kind of feel out of breath. It's like hot in here. I'm gonna use my all-nighter by Urban Decay, my foundation, my favorite foundation. This one's in the shade 3. It's kind of dark for me, but whatever. I'm gonna put 2 pumps on my face, and with that little brush, I'm going to spread this out. Oh dear Jesus Lord, that was gross. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to spread it pretty much all over my face, as far as I can everywhere, because I'm trying to use as little product as I can, because recently I've started using less product and I've noticed that my skin looks a little bit better, and I've kind of been focused more on how my skin looks rather than so much coverage. Now, this foundation is still really full coverage, so even though I use a little bit, it still gives me awesome coverage. But so I'm going to go back in with my little sponge, and I'm going to start dabbing that everywhere. And I'm also going to take it up to my forehead too, like whatever's left on the sponge. I'm just dabbing it everywhere, spreading it around, trying to get as thin of a layer as I can with the product that I put down, but still trying to keep it full coverage. It's kind of confusing, I know, but I'm just patting it all in. I feel so out of breath. Oh my gosh, it is hot in here. Oh, I need to go turn on the air, but I cannot be bothered to. I'm too lazy. What can I tell you? I'm kind of bringing it to underneath my eyes also, because I don't like those dark circles. And I said once in a video before that it kind of gets cakey under the eyes, but it may have been the concealer I was using, because recently I've been doing this and I'm using a different concealer today than I usually do from my Tarte Shape Tape, and that concealer goes really well with this foundation, so I haven't been getting that cracking or anything under my eyes, so it's been working. And I'm going to blend out again. It's really hot in here. Jesus. But yeah, like I said, recently I've been just figuring out that less is more. So the next thing I'm using is my Age Rewind concealer, and I barely got this thing. Oops. I barely got this thing, and it's already almost done. But that's okay. It's pretty cheap, so it's not too bad. I'm gonna put some under the eyes. I'm gonna start highlighting under the eyes. I'm gonna go around the nose area, my chin. Like I said, this foundation is a little bit dark for me, so I'm trying to lighten it up fairly around my jaw, and of course my forehead to highlight, down the nose, the tip of the nose. Yeah, and I think that's, oh yeah, also I used it prime. Forgot. Got it. And then I'm gonna go back in with my sponge again. And I'm just gonna start blending it all out. Just to start highlighting and stuff. Start going around my mouth, my nose, forehead. So yeah, I'm just continuing with this. I'm gonna put just a little bit more underneath the eyes because I have some dark circles and I would just like to make those disappear. Now that that's blended out, I'm gonna go back in under the eyes one more time because I don't want any creasing in there. And pretty quickly after that, I'm gonna pick up some of that. I'm gonna pick up my Airspun loose powder. I'm gonna set underneath my eyes before they crease again, because if you don't take them out before you set it, you're gonna set those creases in place, and then it's gonna really be hard to get rid of them. So I'm gonna go over my eyelids one more time too, make sure there's no creases, and then back in with the powder to set that because I don't want any creases in my eyeshadow either. Now I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just set over all the places that I highlighted. Alright, so then I'm gonna take my powder brush. By the way, this is not even a real Techniques powder brush. It's a knockoff. It's fake. But it still does its job and it's super soft, so I use it. I'm sorry. God. So now I'm just setting the rest of my face with that same powder everywhere that I haven't yet. Just kind of patting it on first, and then once I know it's set, I'll sweep away like that extra powder, you know. Just because I don't want to move that product that's underneath. Alright, I think that's it for my foundation for now. What I'm gonna do next, I think, is my bronzer, my contour, because I don't know. I kind of feel like my eyebrows get in the way sometimes of me doing that. So I'm gonna start contouring. Start contouring the face because I don't have eyebrows, and the reason I say that they get in the way is because when I go around my forehead right here, I want to be able to kind of freely brush over where that is, because I like to keep that bronzer on my temple too. So yeah, I go pretty heavy on my contour stuff, and I want to be able to get in there, you know? Kind of put a lot on my brush this time. Oops. Oh well. I usually contour my nose, but I think I'm going to save that for last, because when I go in with the eyes, I'm going to use powder still to kind of shield from fallout, because I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do something a little bit smoky today, so we'll see. I kind of like a pretty heavy contour, so it doesn't really bother me, but you know, makeup's not meant for rules, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera really fast, and I'm also gonna give my camera some time to charge because I didn't really charge it that much. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so the eyebrows are done. They're as good as they can be. I decided to change my mind. No, that's not right. I changed my mind on the lip that I wanted to do, and instead I'm gonna use Jeffree Star's Scorpio. So I'm gonna do a lip that revolves around this little guy. I am going to use my Tarteist Pro palette. This is honestly right now it's my favorite palette to reach. So I've been reaching for it a lot. I'm going to go in with Profesh. It's this color right here. I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that in the crease. It kind of looks the same as the lipstick, so put that there on this side. And I'm using little circular and windshield wiper motions. So like I'll go in little tiny circles, and then I'll go back and forth, and then again in little circles, and just back and forth. Like it's pretty simple stuff, honestly. It's just repetitive. Darken this up a little bit more with that same shade. For now, I'm going to take that same shade, the one I just used, Profesh, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line just to make that look a little bit smokier too. Okay, so there's this shade here called No Filter. It's right there. And it kind of also looks like the same color as the lipstick, so I'm going to put that in the crease also, kind of over where I just put down that last shade. So we're going to put both of those in there. Put it there. In the crease. So yeah, I'm literally just putting it everywhere that I just put down that first shade. So I'm putting it on my lower lash line too. Excuse my faces. It's makeup. It's real life. This is the real life beauty right here. Look how dirty my palette is. Jesus. Oh my gosh, it is so hot in here. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna take is this shade. It's called Vamp. And this one, I am only gonna keep it, and I'm still using the same brush, honestly. Like, one brush will take you a long way. I won't lie. So I'm using that, and I'm gonna only put this one on the outer corner of the eye. And that's it. I'm not putting it into the crease or anywhere else. And right here, I'm kind of using like little circular motions only. So I'm just going like round and little tiny circles over and over and over again until it's blended how I want it to be. Okay, and so once it's like where I want it to be, I'm gonna put a little bit on that lower lash line too. But I'm only keeping it on the outer corner, so I'm only stopping about right here. I'm not even going halfway. It's only on the outer corner. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm taking like this flat, you can see it's like a flat eyeshadow brush. But I'm gonna take this shade here. It's called Vintage. It's like a light, pretty light, whitish ivory color. And I'm gonna put this all on the first half of the eyelid. All right there. And I'm gonna stop it like that. Because I really want the inner part of my eye to be bright, and then I want the outer part of my eyes to be really dark and kind of smoky. And then I'm going to go back in with that same blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of go over the edges so it's not, so these colors blend in together. Oh, I just burped. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this little Marc Jacobs eyeliner pencil. And it's just like a sample I got from Sephora with my points. I really like this pencil though, so I might get the full size. And I'm going to line the top part of my waterline. Just the top though. And I'm kind of going to try to drag that out into the lashes too. So it makes them look a little bit thicker. than what they really are. And I'm just trying to drag it into my lashes. I'm really trying to put that into my lashes. You can see the difference in how it makes it just look a little bit fuller. Just gives that illusion. So I'll do the same to the other side. So I'm also going to take that pencil and I'm going to smudge it also a little bit into the top above my lashes. Okay, so after that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little MAC brush. It's like a little, I don't know what kind of shape that is. It might not even be a MAC brush, honestly. I don't even know. Whatever. But I'm going to take this black in here and it's called Punk. And I'm going to use that to blur out, what is it called? No, smudge. I'm going to use it to smudge out that black. First things first though, I'm going to take some powder on this little sponge real quick. This is why I haven't put on blush or anything. I'm going to kind of stamp it under here so it catches that fallout. Yeah, now let's go in with that Punk shade and I'm going to set that eyeliner in place first. And put a little bit of whatever's left over. Blend it into the crease a little bit too. Put it on the bottom a little bit too. I'm going to go back in with my blending brush. Blend out that edge a little bit. Didn't really plan this out. All I know is that I just wanted to sit in front of the camera. And I just wanted to do this and get ready. Because I was like, I've missed the camera so much. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so my other eye's done. This honestly looks a lot more smokier than I was going for, but I'm kind of digging it. I don't know. I'm going to take my NYX Slim Lip Pencil in Natural. This is my favorite one. I'm going to start with lining my cupid's bow first. It's usually just how I like to start. And then I'll take this in the corners of my mouth. I'll kind of start on each side. When I line the corners of my mouth, I usually stick with my natural lip line. I don't overline too much on the corners. And then right here, I'll just connect it. I think that kind of looks a little bit crazy. But oh well. Some days I like when I line, like the way I line my lips, and some days I'm like, But oh well. I like to overline the bottom lip too. I'll start in the middle, and then I'll go from the corners. And then once I start to go outwards, then I'll start to overline my lips. I like to put chapstick on before I put liquid lipsticks because it makes my lips feel not so drying. Jeffree Star formulas are not really that drying anyway, but I still like my lips to feel even more moisturized than if they didn't have them. So now I'm taking my Jeffree Star in Scorpio, and I'm just gonna put that. Does it look okay? Yeah, I like that. All over the lips. Honestly, it feels a little bit dark, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it. Like I'm wearing my... I feel like a MAC girl right now. That's what I look like, huh? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is going to start working on the rest of my face. So, I'm going to take my... I don't give a fuck. This is my favorite freaking blush. It's almost used up. It's called Party. It's from Tarte. Got it for my birthday from Sephora. It's my favorite. And I will use it until it's finished. I don't care. I'm just going to put this on my cheeks. I think it's okay. It's not too bad. Alright, well, I'm going to take this brush again that I used to contour. And I'm going to start contouring my nose. So I'm going to squeeze it. And I'm going to start going along the sides of my nose. Just like this. Very gently and softly, because I noticed that when I do it a little bit too hard, that the foundation will start to come off of my nose a little bit. So it's not what I want. Just going along the sides, making it look a little bit skinnier, and also trying to bring some warmth back to my face. Just like that. I'll take it under the nose a little bit, and then I'll take it above the little point of my nose to make it look like it's to make it look like my nose is sticking up, because I like the look of a little cute upturned nose. You know who I think has the cutest nose ever that I've ever seen in my life? Jordy. She's here on YouTube as It's Likely Makeup. She's just the cutest. Oh my Jesus. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and I'm going to use this very pretty, it's like a highlighting shade right here. It's called Satin Sheets. And even though it's an eyeshadow, it's one of my most favorite highlights of all time. And that's okay, because makeup can be used for whatever you want it to be used for. There's no rules on it. I'm going to take my highlighting brush, which is also another knockoff of a Real Techniques brush, but who cares? And I'm going to put this, I'm going to take the brush, kind of swirl it around in that product, and then I'm going to spritz it just a little bit, and then I'm going to put it on right there. Tastes like chocolate. Swirly, swirly, spritz, put on. What? Why is it so beautiful? Okay, I'm going to take some more, and this time I'm not going to spray it. And this time I'm only going to put this on the tip of my nose. Just right there. And I'm also going to, on the sides of my nose, I've been doing this recently, and I've been really liking it, because then you get to see my highlight whenever I turn to. And I'm putting it a little bit on the sides of my nose, so that light catches there also. So now when you see me from the front, it's like bam. On my nose, you know, you can see it. You can see it. And now I'm going to take it on the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to stop just underneath where my eyebrows start. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to go back in with my blush brush, because I want to blend that highlight into the blush. Don't want it to be harsh. I kind of just go around it. I don't actually really touch the highlight. I just kind of go around the edges of it. Alright, I'm going to take a different brush. I'm actually going to take this little Morphe brush that I got in like a little set. And I'm going to take that highlight also. And I'm going to put this on my brow bone. Just a little bit. And then on my pinky finger, I'm going to, oh, if I even can, my nail's kind of getting in the way. Maybe not with my pinky. What I'm going to do is probably take this same Morphe brush, swirl some product in there. Oops. And I'm going to put that in the corners, inner corners of my eyes. It's not too much, but that's okay. Alright, so off camera, I'm going to put on my lashes and my mascara. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so my lashes are on, and I brushed out my hair a little bit, and I can't lie, I'm starting to feel like a baddie or something. I don't know. I like this look. I like this look a lot. Like, I feel like it's missing something though. So, I'm gonna do something pretty bold here, and I think I'm gonna try to put on faux freckles. Okay. So, I'm going to use my Benefit This is their brow, wow, what is this called? Cabrow. And it's a number 5. I'm going to use this little MAC 210 brush, and it's really, really tiny. Let me see if I can scooch up, because when I start to zoom in with this camera, it doesn't focus right. I don't know. But I'm going to take it, and I'm going to start swirling it around in this product. Let's see if it... I hope this is either going to make or break this look, and I'm pretty scared. But, oh well, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Please, Jesus, let this work out. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start dotting it mostly right here. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. I'm going to start dotting it mostly on the front part of my nose to make it look like I have a lot of freckles here. Tap it out a little bit. I don't know if you can barely see them, but I'm starting off with a little, and I'm going to work my way up. So yeah, I'd rather not go heavy-handed with this at first. I'm getting some more product. But let's see. Let's keep going. So just patting this, putting a bunch of dots in the front part of that was kind of a lot. It's okay. It's okay. It's a little much. It's a little much. But just keep dotting this over the nose. This product is like, it kind of sucks because this product's drying out a little bit. I'm going to make these a little bit more prominent, I guess. So I'm going to put some darker ones. I'm going to start spreading this out to the cheeks. Start putting these all over the cheek area, because I like the look of like when somebody's been in the sun and they have like the cute freckles like across their cheeks. I think it's so adorable. I think it's the cutest thing ever. I have some freckles, not very noticeable freckles, but I have some underneath my makeup in real life. I'm gonna put some darker freckles because I want them to be pretty prominent. This one was a little too much there. Holy. Oops, that was kind of like, that one's kind of much. Don't know how I feel about that. Dang it. It's okay. It's alright. It's no big deal. Like, sometimes it makes perfect little ones, but then sometimes it's like, nope. Here, I'm gonna put a big blob on your face. When I'm starting to run out of product, I'm gonna go outwards. Just to kind of make it fade out. Start putting it on this side a little bit more. Trying to make these look decently real. Don't even know if it's working. Maybe I just need more practice. Honestly, they say, of course, I mean, it's true with anything. You get better if you try more. And this is the second time I've tried to put on faux freckles. I cannot lie, it looks better than the first time, I'll tell you that. But I think I could still use some practice. They're still cute. I still like them. So I might do it again. I think I'm going to try to put a lot more in this little area of the nose, because that's where I really, really want them to be concentrated. Honestly, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. It's not too bad. I have natural beauty marks. I have one over here, so I'm gonna intensify it. Oops, did you even see? And I have another one on this side somewhere. You can barely see it underneath the makeup, but it's actually right there. Might have been a little bit much. Oh well. I think I might put a couple. I see Jordy do this. I'm gonna put a couple up here. Just a little. And you can't really tell a difference. Oh well, forget it. I'm just done with the freckles. I'm just done. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my sponge again with my spray. I'm gonna spray it and I'm going to pat this all over the face one more time. And I'm going to set it in place with this spray. And it's also gonna give me the... I don't want my face to look so powdery either. So it's kind of gonna take that a little bit too. And I'm gonna go over these freckles just real quick, so they're not so crazy. Yes, even like my nails. My lips look like a butthole. I'm gonna put some more like in the inner part of my lips. Cause starts to bother me when lips look like buttholes. My little faux freckles looking cute. Feeling kind of bad. Yeah. If you liked this look, then go ahead and like and subscribe to my beautiful channel. And stay tuned for next time. Bye.